Welcome everyone to another awesome game between Cathay and World Beater, going up against the forces of Khorne and Human Boy. Now we're going to be playing on the Cathay Wastelands, so a bit of a home advantage here to World Beater. So, starting here with Khorne and Human Boy. For those that don't know, Human Boy is a really awesome content creator here on YouTube, so if you haven't seen him, do go check him out. He does do some good Warhammer content. So, Chaos Warriors are Khorne with halberds on the front, 2 units, and then 5 units of the Bloodletters across the front line, and some Furies. 2 Furies in the sky. I'm going to be backing up the Lord choice, which is going to be the Exalted Bloodthirster. The big bad boy is ready to go. He is going to have the Wrath of Khorne, as well here as the Deathbringer and the Bellow of Fury. So, in the backside, we are going to be having some of the Gorbeast chariots. These bad boys have been buffed. I think they've had a triple buff, in fact. It's going to be like charge bonus, mass, and all sorts of things. So they're going to be getting a good bonus here from Frenzy. So as long as they keep that leadership nice and high, you can see 88 charge bonus with that increase to mass is rather disgusting. So 4,130 mass is going to be very, very strong here for sure. They're really going to go in the back there and rip open most of the Grand Cathay forces. So we are also going to have the Hellforged Host, which is an incredibly powerful unit here with the Hungering Blade. So if you do get 40 kills, you get plus 5 melee attack, 20% base weapon damage, and armor piercing, which is only 40 kills. So on land battles, these bad boys are certainly very, very good. They do have 52 melee attack, and they certainly get bolstered here as they go through. So for the forces here, coming from World Beater, thank you very much for sending in the build, my friend. We are going to have the Jade Warrior Halberds coming here on either side. In the backside, an extra unit as well as a 5-rain rocket in the middle. So 850 missile strength, 360 range, and of course the double Sentinels. So the big bad boys here are going to be the bodyguards of Miao Ying. So she's going to be in the middle, and she is absolutely fantastic. Going to be here with Arcane Conduit, the Life Bloom, as well as the Disdain of the Dragons. We're also going to be bringing the Mastery of Element Winds here to the battlefield, but we need multiple of those to work. Talons of the Night, as well as Regrowth, Earthblood, and the abilities of Transformation of the Dragon, and the Wrath of the Storm. We're also going to be having the double Astromancer, so we are actually going to be bringing 3 in total. That's actually going to be giving us there an intensity of 130%. We're actually going to be having the Orion's Thunderbolt, as well as the Celestial Comet, and then also Celestial Lightning. So you get 2 uses. They don't cost any Winds of Magic, but once they're done, they're done. We're also going to be having the double Nexus of Element Winds, which means we get more power recharge rate there for Miao Ying for all those healings and damage of air effect spells. So a bit of a box build. We're going to be firing into the front, and my first target 100% is going to be the Hellforged Host. I want to delete those bad boys as quickly as possible, but there's so many Bloodletters here, I don't know how this is going to go. So we are going to charge down. There's nothing really here for the Furies to get onto apart from the 5-rain rocket. So Human Boy is going to get, actually, it looks like a bit of a rear charge here on the front of the Jade Warrior Halberds. Now they do have Frenzy, so they got some pretty good melee attack. They do come with magic damage as well, but the Frenzy is going to give them some really nice bonuses. And they're going to be fighting against the heavily armored Jade Warrior Halberds up to 90 here. They don't have much armor piercing. We're going to be thumping with the Sentinels. Looks like we're going to get a bit of a charge here onto one of the Astromancer. So a bit of a kind of effect here that we're going to be distracting the enemy and then charging down with the Exalted Bloodthirster. So Deathbringer has been activated, trying to see if we can destroy the Astromancer. We didn't get enough damage in quick enough, I would say so. So a little bit unfortunate there from Human Boy. But it's like he's going to swoon down here and try and catch some of the 5-rain rocket. So good stuff here, really trying to prevent this artillery piece from getting in there and doing too much damage. But coming forward here, the Bloodletters of Khorne are ready. And Bloodletters are going to be going left, right, and centre here. And they're going to be ready to shred through the majority of the heavily armoured infantry of Grand Cathay. Furies are on top, still fighting here. We do have the Lord Choice, Miao Ying, and the double Sentinels trying to shred through these mass Furies and take them down rather quickly. It looks like here we are going to be breaking the 5-rain rocket. And in the middle here, it looks like maybe we are going to get some damage. Feels breath attack down the line here of the Halberds coming forward from the Exalted Bloodthirster. But the Furies, they're going to be done. We do in the middle here get some Bloodletters fighting alongside the chariots of the Gorbeasts. They're trying to push their way through, but the stance ability is rather good here from the Jade Warriors. Earthblood coming in at 1.04%. So it's going to be a nice big healing here from a 35-meter radius. A couple of gaps in the backside. Wouldn't mind seeing some Halberd kind of pouring through the gap and getting around the corner here and compromising the majority of the build. We do actually see the Hellforged Host. They've moved through. They're going to be carving through the pocket, and the Astromancer is going to be charging forward. Now, he can be used a little bit like a chariot. It doesn't quite work in the same way, but he can certainly do some good effects on the battlefield. We do see here the Hellforged Host just going to be moving through, slaughtering bodies up to 22 kills already, doing rather well, I must say so. We do see the Bloodletters charging forward, breaking down the Halberds here coming from the box of World Beater, and only 1 unit of the infantry does stand. Miao Ying's going to be fighting. The Sentinels doing some really good work here. They are rather cumbersome, so you've got to be careful inside your infantry, but otherwise they're going to be very good at clearing out, cheap to mid-tier infantry. The Bloodletters of Khorne, they do have great armor piercing. You can see, look at those animations coming out of the Sentinels as they fight through the middle here up against the Bloodletters. The magic damage plus those splash attacks really circumventing the physical resistance of all the demons. Bloodletters are going to get deleted here. Astromancers really need to get their spells off ASAP. And it looks like here 1, 2, 3 units of the halberds going to be getting broken down. Hellforge hosts are going to be pushing forward, slaughtering them in high numbers, up to 80 kills so far. That is a really good way, pushing off these infantry units, of getting those kills and getting all those bonuses in melee attack. Now, as we do see here, the Sentinels going to be fighting. Wouldn't mind seeing them getting a bit of a double team here on the Exalted Bloodletter. Now we can see he's going to be fighting in the middle, kind of getting trapped in here by the Astromancer. He really wants to get out, doesn't want to take too much unnecessary damage up against the Sentinel. So we are now going to be getting all the effects and the spells here coming from the Astromancer, just deleting on top of all this infantry, and that's what you really need here to clear out all this good mid-tier anti-infantry armor piercing, just rage coming from Khorne. And we do see some healing here, Earthblood, and then we're also going to be getting the melee attack of the Wrath of the Storm, giving that plus 24 and magic damage, which is going to be really good at taking down the Exalted Bloodthirster. Up to 54 melee attack here for the Astromancer, which is what we all want to see as we fight here with Miao Ying up against the big boy. But she's going to be staying in human form, maybe just a little bit more difficult for the Exalted Bloodthirster to get his hands on her. But we do see some more abilities coming down. This may be a Cassandora or a Lightning Bolt, not too sure here. But we aren't going to charge in with the Sentinel. No, it is going to be a comment of Cassandora as it charges down here. Good damage up against the infantry. It is now starting to kind of falter here in the middle. We do see the Bloodletters kind of crumbling back here to the realms of Khorne as they fight up against the Astromancer and are getting depleted by the Sentinels. Earthbloods are going to be just keeping this force together, and there's not enough healing here coming from Human Boy, I don't think. Where is the Hellforce host? In the back, we do actually have the Gore-Beast Chariot. Where did the Hellforce host go? Can't quite see these bad boys. Here they are. They are in the middle. We do see another comment of Cassandora on the pocket. And the Horn of Khorne has been activated. Plus 24 melee attack. Trying to shred through Miao Ying where we can. Up to 73 melee attack there for the Hellforce host. The halberds are also going to be fighting. We are actually going to be killing off one of the Astromancers. So he's going to be falling down. I think the other one here is also breaking in the other direction. He's going to be down to 660. The second one here at 1,100. But we do see in the middle, though, the Hellforge host and the halberds really struggling. It's pretty much just going to come down to the Exalted Bloodthirster. Not looking too good here for Human Boy. Really need to get him back here into the game. But this has been a devastating build. I must say, I really thought that the majority of the Bloodletter infantry was going to really delete this build rather quickly. But I must say, very, very good stuff here coming out of World Beater. He's now going to be challenging up against Miao Ying. I think he needs to isolate one of the Sentinels and perhaps take one of those out. But it's really hard to say how he's going to get back into this game because the double Sentinels are going to be charging in. They're going to be fighting here. Deathbringer has been activated. Looks like there's going to be chip damage here going off the Sentinel, but I just don't think there's going to be enough left on the battlefield. Halberds are going to be fighting in. We do get now the Dragon form here for Miao Ying. She's going to be in full Storm Dragon mode as we try and get away here from the Exalted Bloodthirster. Now, he could fight in the sky up against Miao Ying, and I think this is the best way to fight it. She's going to be swooming down here, trying to get that terror on the halberds. Now, they do have immune to psychology, thanks to their leadership, but when they're going to be fighting here against the dragon, if that drops below 50%, we could definitely see a terror out coming rather quickly. So we do see one over here. We do break there with the halberds. Are we going to see a terror out here is the question. Khorne halberds are going to be holding. We do see the Hellforge host really doing very well. Still 20 leadership. They do have very good armor piercing values with good melee attack as well. They can really start taking down the Sentinels. This is a really, really close game here. Now we can see in the middle, double Sentinels here going to be fighting and kind of keeping back the Exalted Bloodthirster. And we do see the majority of the infantry coming after Miao Ying. Now she is, of course, going to be in dragon form, going to be whipping that tail back and forth as she tries to delete the majority of the infantry. We are going to get the Talons of Night on the pocket as well, which is going to catch quite a lot of the infantry, and that's going to be 100% armor piercing as well. So that's going to do some very good work up against the infantry. So the Exalted Bloodthirster comes in with the steel chair, trying to see if we can finish off the Magistrate herself. The Storm Dragon going to be fighting very strong. 1,900 health left for her. The Wrath of the Storm giving that plus melee attack here. Up to 89 for the Sentinels. But of course these bad boys are going to be exhausted. So, take that there with a pinch of salt. I believe they'll be losing about 30% due to just bigger status. Now, we do see the Bloodthirster. He's going to be at 3,200. Miao Ying is not looking too hot, I must say so. Probably want to drag her out of dragon form. Maybe try and see if we get a regrowth off there. Might be quite nice, even if it's on her or maybe one of the Sentinels. Now, these bad boys are unbreakable, so perhaps the Sentinels might be the way forward. 480 for her. Bloodthirster is going to be going down. Is he going to be tanking Miao Ying with her is the question. I don't think so. 136 for her. We do see the Exalted Bloodthirster at 7. GG's and well played to World Beater with a very impressive box build from Grand Cathay. Yeah, really interesting stuff. 110 kills, 2,400 for Miao Ying, 1,900 to 1,300 for the Astromancers. Very, very powerful stuff. You can see these boys, certainly with the way they've been changed, the fact they've been made cheaper. Some of the spells coming forward as well is rather interesting. And maybe we are going to have Astromancers, especially on top there with their mounts. They can bring all sorts of good bonuses to the battlefield. 1,300, 1,400 for the Sentinel, with only 219 for the Fire Rain Rocket. We are going to see as well 664 there for the Jabora Halberds, 966, 95, and 97. So the Exalted Bloodthirster, 3,500 for the big boy. He's very powerful. 2,300 there for the Hellsforge Host. Very powerful. 730 for the Gorbies. Coming a little bit under what I would hope they would be at. But nonetheless, 700, 1,100 for the Halberds. Bloodthirster is coming in at 460, 470, 214. 500 and 677. 540, 420 there for the Chaos Furies, and a really, really awesome game. Two top tier players really going at it. Very, very interesting one indeed. One that I would definitely actually probably say is quite Khorne favoured. So a very interesting idea to see how Grand Cathay can deal with Khorne in a land battle. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Do feel free to smash that like button if you did enjoy. Feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know all your thoughts and opinions, and subscribe if you haven't already. A lot of you guys have been doing that, and I really do appreciate it. It really does make a huge difference here on the channel. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon.